This weekend, Sleeve Chief is unveiling the Fire King collection, and of course, the discount code MCO40 is going to get you the chance to save on your purchase here. It is so cool that they managed to create a Fire King deck box inspired by the KFC box. So many people are going to be enjoying this deck box. I think this is by far the most unique challenge that I've seen out here in the community, and they're also going to have really cool sleeves to go with this as well. So leave a link down below. Remember, Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll be able to pick this up, and discount code MCO40 will save on your purchase. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below when you be walking away with a booster pack as per every one of these market watches. So, Bonfire has touched down into Master Duel, and you know what that means, right? The impending hype of everybody running out to pick up Bonfires so that they can actually play real-life Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, this also makes Volcanic FTK viable. This is the thing that bridges the gap, and now that Master Duel is experiencing our format, now we can move on to the next stages in our actual gameplay. Yeah, this is basically Banlist, Fallout expectations, hype, and all that good stuff, the market watch. So, as of filming this, Bonfires are, you're looking at $60 a copy of this. I'm not really all that shocked to see that, we're still seeing the price point for this continue on with its thing, because it is the universal fire searcher. It's literally everything that you want in the deck, and it's not going to be limited anytime soon in the TCG. But I am glad to see that it is retracting down a little bit now. After a possible ban list comes through, we could watch this card explode in value, and realistically, we probably will see Bonfire take off in all sorts of different directions here. We could see this thing hit $70, $80, but that's the risk you take when looking at this. Oh, yeah, the Voiceless Voice conundrum, too. There are people out here, and I can't believe that I'm about to say this. People think Voiceless Voice is going to get checked on the next list. No way is this deck going to get checked on the next list. There's absolutely no reason. Alright, these have, in fact, actually kind of done a very good thing here. They've started to calm down. You are starting to see them heading down to the $60 range. Obviously, you have some floating in the $62 area, which is fine. You want to see this card start to get cheaper, but once again, this and Bonfire are kind of tied on the same level. Once a list hits and people can accurately see, what the next possible deck's going to be, you're going to see this thing start to go everywhere else. So if you're, once again, holding on these sorts of things, sometimes you can get rewarded, sometimes you won't. It happens. But if you're planning on playing Voiceless Voice and you're like, this card's going to hit $40 soon, highly unlikely. Transaction rollbacks. Wow. 29, 31, and 28. I love the fact that there's so many different ideas and things that you can try with this card. Also, to be fair, Transaction Rollback is one of the best modern era Yu-Gi-Oh cards of all time, because basically being able to do any trap that you want is great. It's fantastic. Thank you. Just for the cost of half my life points and maybe a little floodgate here and there, maybe a Beatrice interaction. And you know what we love with this, right? The Black Goat Laughs. Being able to specifically name any card and have your opponent not be able to play that. That's why this, and you can get really cheesy with the transaction rollback, and you could have twice as many Black Goat Laughs interactions to cut off your opponent from being able to do those, pesky plays. Don't underestimate this card. We've already seen this card spiking up to some crazy levels here, and the fact you're actually seeing this hit $13 to $15 really tells me that people involved in the meta right now are starting to pay attention to this and take note of, the future interactions and the power that this card has. Also, the OCG interactions have been telling us this card is very strong. Speaking of future problems and so forth, we've seen the fairly recent power creep in the OCG, and with that power creep, it's given us a very interesting insight into the power of Yubel. And, you know, we don't have Phantom yet. We probably aren't going to get Phantom until our battle set, hopefully, in June. And I know that's a very long way away here. But the fact that we're still seeing this card, some just sold for $32, which is hilarious, by the way, because you have this huge, giant spread down here available in all of the different directions for this. But, I mean, hey, that's the advantage of being on the top here, being direct by TCG Player. You know, you can charge an extra $15 on top of things. Interesting. Age of Overlord, the boxes. So, a lot of people were like, well, you know, Age it's getting reprinted. Yes, we know Age is getting reprinted in the 10s this year. We don't know what quality, or excuse me, what quantity and whatnot, but these boxes, you do see a little bit of a drop-off down to 163. But your last sales are 170, 170. You had a 138er there, probably some Asian English boxes trying to be sold here. Don't be duped into this, by the way. I can't believe they actually are allowed to do this. But the Asian English box is on here when you actually want these for the 170 mark. Somebody's actually going to come through here and go, wow, you know, this is such a good deal. I can get this so much cheaper. Yeah, and not a single card will be legal for you to actually play in the TCG. Strange. Triple Tactics Thrust. Is it worth it? Well, I mean, 42, 45, 44. You head on up to the $47, $48 range. I suppose it's worth it to a degree. I guess my biggest takeaway with Thrust is, you know, post next list. You know, Fire, depending on how it interacts, you know, what are you planning to, what advantage does Thrust bring to you in consideration versus other ideas? And if you have a good answer for that, then you'll be able to succeed, I think, and make some pretty good calls on where you want to go here. But either way, for the reprint for this, pretty decent value, honestly. Star Slayer. You mean to tell me that the top one here is $40 and the one actually sold? Wow. I just, you come down here and you're like, okay, so $32. That's a little bit doable, but the top end selling for 44, I guess you, once again, you pick your feedback challenger when you're looking at these sort of things. If you want to save $10 and risk it for the biscuit, then okay. Unchained Soul Ordiyama. Oh, this just goes with the Yubel hype, right? Like the Fiend Toolbox unfolding out here and getting the chance to do its thing. 30, 24, and 23. Yeah, you're looking at about a solid $26 as we do continue to see this stuff, you know, ramp up pretty consistently. Good old Dissipator. Ah, man. 29, 29, and 32. Yeah, this is the advent of destruction. I can't wait for, you know, things to possibly either slow down to the point that we could see this card return to the meta or have, you know, a light and dark reoccurrence, you know, back into this. But for now, interesting. Centurion, will King Calamity not get banned? Well, that's the decision I guess you're making here. 49 listings, by the way. These are starting to actually go. I see 30, 26, 29. Yeah, why are we spending that amount of money when these are 18? Really? You're spending $29 on copies of these when you can get them for $19? Huh. The market is a mysterious place some days. I'll be on. The Sanctifier should be banned dragon. 30, 30, $18. Love the challengers here of the feedback world. You're looking at actually about $20. There was a point where these were getting a little bit more scarce. And it definitely looks like you're sitting pretty cheap now. A lot of new stores out here showing up. Heatwave from the Speed Duel decks. I still love the ramp up here, the explosion of the $1 to $2 to the 12. And if you think this card is not selling, you're crazy. This is crazy turnover. People are ready for Tenpai. They're excited, and the fact that, you know, these are starting to hit $15 consistently, good stuff. And we had the plug the other day on penny sleeves, so now I got to get the plug on top loaders. You can get 1,000 of these bad boys for $70. Obviously, you buy in bulk, you get cheaper, but, you know, that's the more you need to know. So just run, you know, 1,000 top loaders on eBay, and you can find things. Still can't believe I got to teach people that eBay is a resource to use out here to find things and so forth. But, you know, the more that you understand. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about today's market. And remember, check out Sleeve Cheap. Use discount code MCO40 to save on your purchase. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.